Hello everyone, it's Mark here. Welcome back to Minecraft Bedrock Hardcore. So you may have noticed that last time we captured these two villagers, and I'm sure you've actually noticed that we have been kind of shifting towards the animal sanctuary as being more of a permanent thing, and not just like an aesthetic build, and that's because it is. The whole purpose of that build is actually I'm going to eventually turn it into my house, and my house is like fine and all, but I want to live inside the sanctuary. And also I'm going to put a trading hall in there, and that's why I brought these two villagers, or the most important villagers over here, because eventually we're going to move all the villagers down here as well. But today the new update is finally out, the Copper Age, which means that we need to start working on getting some copper golems and making a storage area. Alright, sorry about that, I got interrupted rudely. So today our goal, last time we built this, which is great because we're going to be smelting tons of copper, but I actually want to work on building some more of the living parts of the facility of the sanctuary, which is going to be behind the staircase, which there is going to be a few rooms, and then maybe perhaps even more sanctuaries as well. Like, I'm definitely going to have like an aquarium part, which will definitely be near water. And since the next update is adding in nautiluses, it should be easier to build on water, which means we can actually do that project later on. But for now, what we need to do is work on making a brand new storage area. So the way the copper golem works, I believe, is that it takes items from the copper chest and then sorts them into an empty chest with the same item, which means we need to make sure that our chests are super organized. But we can't do that now because we have way too many limited resources. So I think what we need to do first is gather enough wood to make tons of chests. So many chests, at least for each category that we have currently, and then expand out the categories. Because if I don't have to manually sort chests anymore, that's gonna be huge. Actually huge. Indeed. I need all this wood too. This is gonna take quite a while. So the plan for the build is I'm thinking of actually making the storage area out of copper blocks, just to complement the copper golem. And I want to do a different variety of different leathering. And I don't normally build out of copper, which I might seem odd. Since I never built out of copper, it's difficult to actually figure out exactly how much copper I'm gonna need. I think the storage area should be something that the copper golems can actually access. So I have to make sure that the copper golem can access it. And I did not read online how copper golems actually work. So this is also going to be a little bit of a guess. I just know it can sort items for you. And also, I believe that if I'm careful enough, I won't have to worry about anything in danger either. And I am lost. Why is it always when I'm mining trees I get lost? I need to either go one direction or the other direction. It's not hard to get lost. Now, I feel like this is more than enough oak wood to make enough chests. Let's go over how many chests we have currently and what categories they are. Because then that will help me determine exactly what we need next. Okay, so we have... So this is more like Explorer. This is like sub chests. These don't count. This is more like Explorer. Alright, we are back. Unfortunately, I keep getting interrupted. Let's take a nap. Oh no, wait, we don't need to take a nap. If I had disappeared, so I can count my steps. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an extension. 6, 7. We have 7 steps. Which means I need 14 steps. I don't know how much wood that is, but that sounds like a lot. Let's just keep going until we hit 14. So that's about half our wood, which is perfect, because I'll need another half just to create sticks, and then another half to create 7 signs, which we cannot create 7 signs because it's not possible. But there we go. And our categories go as... I actually want to broaden our categories a little bit more than we normally did before. So I definitely want to do something like blocks. So we have lobby, plank, food, wood, stone. And we have stone and food for armor. That's about it. Okay. So let's work on that one. Let's actually work on combining out everything. And light for that break. I'm going to take 4. Okay, I prefer replace these things. I'm not wasting a second or two because I don't have any. Very funny. We have to take out another raid if we want to get one like that. That's another one. What I can do is work with iron. With tons of rock after sure. Which is great. So we need to now do blocks. I just want to start experimenting with different things. We need 2 blocks of copper here. So then I need a pumpkin. I know I have pumpkin somewhere. Actually, I want to keep working on getting more charcoal. Didn't I create a bunch of charcoal? At least a little charcoal. To smell something. I believe. I created 4 charcoal. That ain't enough to run this thing. But this is very inefficient, so we're gonna have to mine a little bit more wood. That's just the way it goes. Okay, I got my stack of wood, which means I can start smelting. Also, the game is a little laggy since the update. I might need to change some settings. That's fine. So we need to split this in half. And the way I built this is incredibly flawed. Here to have sugar. Okay. Just had to do some basic parkour to get up here. Okay. So this should work. If I do this and then turn it on. Actually, I think the best way is to load it while it's off. I mean, while it's on. But this will get some charcoal smelting for us, which will allow us to actually smelt all this copper. Great. Now, I need to check if I have any pumpkins. I believe I actually do, and I probably should replant. I was waiting for all of this, and also I need to take half of this and make some bread, because I actually don't have any food for some food. I don't remember why I have no food. All I know is that I need all the food. We need to make sure that this works out fine. Which it is. Go. So, I love planting wheat, so much fun. And we don't even need to put these seeds in the chest. This is perfect. So we have an ability to sustain wheat. So I need to start working on the next crop. And then eventually we're going to expand out this farm to be like a mega farm. But for now, it's going to be a single farm before we create more of a certain crop. Never know. So I am searching if I have pumpkins. I have pumpkin seeds. We don't have pumpkins. We have pumpkin seeds. I could have sworn I picked up some pumpkins, but I may have just turned them into seeds. But I'm also going to check somewhere else. Like here. Okay, here is music disc, which is way easier to get than I thought. Speaking of things that are easier to get, put on these protection 2 leggings. That way we're not breaking our protection hormones by accident. And let's see. So I'm gonna assume it's in plant some food. Plenty of pumpkins. So now we can actually work on mining up the area. Because I have shears, so I can turn it into a jack-o'-lantern. Which is perfect, because that's what we need to make a copper golem. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to craft some bread. Because we are going to starve. I'm this many days into Minecraft and I still don't have sufficient food. What does that tell you about my priorities in this game? I know what it says. It says that I would rather behind the staircase, there is going to be a separate room here. So right here. This is the separate room. And over here is going to be over here. And I'm also going to rebuild. I'm just trying to think. What part will actually be the house? Will it be the entrance? Will the house be underground? I feel like the whole entire sanctuary should feel like it's private, but not. Because it needs to be open to the public. Minecraft public, that is. Perfect. We got 32. Next, I want to load it up. What I want to do is actually push this. Get this here. Okay, why is it this way? Okay, it is, just very slowly. Okay, I believe it's fuel on bottom. And I think we want to smelt on top, right? Okay, this should be working. I do not know why it's going super slow. Or have my cards always gone this slow and they're just crazy. There we go. Now our smelter should be smelting copper. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Even though it's the most inefficient version I've ever built of that machine, it still works. That's all that matters. So as for the storage area, I don't remember what radius copper golems can do. So I think it's actually pretty important that I have looked it up. So behind the staircase there could be another room. And it's not going to match the sanctuary. So I need to make sure that it's not going to be within exhibit territory. So it can't be here. Oh, we can put it a little higher up. Yeah, that works. Then it will completely avoid the sanctuary territory altogether. Means everything is going to be a-okay. I need some torches because vibrant visuals makes everything stuff down. Okay, so what I need is good. So let's hypothetically put down all the chests. So I know that copper golems can reach up if you put a staircase. So I could do 2 stack chests. That might be a little bit efficient here. And the copper golems will have a less likely chance to get used. At least I believe that's how they work. If it's not how they work, then we can always rearrange it. I'm pretty sure copper golems are very flexible with how they work. I will gladly take all this iron. Might as well take more of this iron while we're here. Okay, and we've ran into a cave system. That's actually pretty cool. But now I know there's an additional cave system that might out some less valuable resources like coal. Okay, that's gonna bother me. We need 2 more chests. Just because I want it to be even. And we're gonna have another row of chests on the other side. I don't know the actual radius of what the copper golem can understand and do. That's the issue here. So let's make 2 more chests. There we go. Perfect. Now I need to make a copper golem. Oh, it's almost nighttime. What am I doing? I don't care if it's nighttime. It's hard to work. I don't care if it's nighttime. I'm working underground too. Coal is like one of the most valuable resources in Minecraft. I don't know why people think or pretend it's not. Okay, here we go. Now we can do. So now I need to work on making the chests. And don't worry, I'm not going to showcase me on camera organizing the chest. That would be ridiculous. What I will show is me trying to figure this out. So let's just create one category of chests. Take with that clean. Let's do something like. Oh, we put some staircases. We can do cobblestone staircases. Those are ugly. Andesite. I like andesite. Oh, what is that? Yeah, my area is not lit up at all. I keep forgetting that. I was like, we'll be fine at night. And we are, because I am such a combat genius, as you can tell. There we go. Oh, but we have villagers, and villagers are going to be in danger, so I guess we have to slay. Anyways, I need some andesite staircase. Because andesite will look great, and I believe stonecutter is over here. Not. Okay, I hear a baby zombie burning. Creepers are gonna be an issue. Stonecutter's over here, which makes sense because I was using it with quartz. Okay. I'm just gonna be very vigilant of where I am at all times. I don't want to die on something that's super easy. Fun. No, I need you to take the andesite, and actually, I might not polish it. No, actually, polished andesite will look better with copper at the end. Because, like, if we're gonna go for a stone aesthetic, if I'm going for a copper aesthetic, and andesite will look better. Although technically, copper stairs would look. I don't actually want to use copper all the way. So hopefully they can use stairs. I don't know if they can. I heard that this is a pretty good AI, at least from what I've heard. So it should be able to. And we already have something to test it with. For instance, we have coal here, so let's make this chest worse. And I will color code the signs later on. So you can be orange. I mean, you will be ores. So we're gonna put stuff like iron and coal in here. And then I might as well actually organize our inventory current. And this will be mob loot, which will be stuff like rotten flesh, string, and also an ore. We're gonna put some copper. I'm halving it just so I can actually have it work, test it out. So let's say that we put our copper chest here. Does the copper golem get upset if you like move his chest? I don't think it does. I can build it anywhere and move the chest wherever I want. But ideally, the chest should be here, in between everything else. Oops, that's the incorrect formation. So here it is. I'm about to summon the ultimate. Wait, no, wait, I can't do it yet. I gotta share you. There we go. We're about to summon the ultimate mob in Minecraft. Copper golem. Oh, it's 1 copper. Okay, let's test if this works out. Okay, let's move this here. For some reason, I thought it was 2 copper blocks. That means we can make a nether golem if we want. Actually, let's do that so we can have a double chest. For that to work, I actually need it to be moved back 1. There we go. And we'll make 2 copper golems because I'm a little greedy. Oops. That is not what I meant to do. How do you mine pumpkins? Oh yeah, it's next. Use shears, boom. There we go. Now we have a double copper golems, and they are so amazing looking. So they're looking for items, right? So we have mob loot here, so I want to make sure that they can actually access this. So if we put a staircase here, then I can access this chest, they can access this chest. So let's take out... so let's put in coal. Actually, let's separate the coal for now, just to test it, and then I'll move it back later. So we're going to put coal in this chest here. And then we're going to separate the coal, and I just need to test out how this AI moves. So it's going to, so we're going to put in our coal, iron, and copper. And let's see if it organizes it properly. Okay, not, the copper doesn't go in there. Oh, we can just, it can beach. So we don't need a staircase, the copper golem can just beach up. And they put it in there for us. They don't stack it, which is okay. But this is perfect, so now I can actually start organizing everything. Over here, we have, like, food stuff. Anyways, by the time we start the next video on camera, I'm gonna have everything organized. do cobblestone because we have an extra chest, and I always want a chest for cobblestone and cobblestone related blocks like special stone, like andesite and stuff like that. And we definitely want a chest where we keep all our wood related items like torches and wood and signs. Then I want a chest for armor and tools, of course. Armor and tools. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.